Fables of La Fontaine. Death and the Unhappy Man. A miserable man incessant prayed to death for aid. "O death," he cried, "I love thee as a friend. Come quickly, and my life's long sorrows end." Death, wishing to oblige him, ran, knocked at the door, entered, and eyed the man. "What do I see? Begone, thou hideous thing! The very sight strikes me with horror and affright. Begone, old Death! Away, thou grisly king!" Mecaenas, hardy fellow, somewhere said, "Let me be gouty, crippled, impotent, and lame, 'tis all the same, so I but keep on living. Death, thou slave, come not at all, and I shall be content." And that was what the man I mention meant. Well, there you have it. What's this all about? Well, this is another story similar to Death and the Woodcutter, where there's a miserable man lying in bed and he basically prays for the personification of death, also known as the Angel of Death, one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. The old image of the skeletal figure wearing a dark robe, carrying a scythe. He shows up, and the guy says, "Ah, go away! You're scaring me!" So, then they quote this old aristocrat from ancient Rome, I believe, who says, "Let me be gouty, crippled, impotent, and lame. It's all the same, so I but keep on living." So, nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to live. But, unfortunately, we are made with clay feet. We are made of matter. What's the matter? We're made of stuff. Okay? This, unfortunately, the nature of matter is entropy. We are falling apart. You can't keep it together. Entropy is the state where everything that's in order eventually falls into disarray and breaks down and falls apart. And unfortunately, we, with our science and technology and medicine, have not found a cure for death. And as mortals, we are bound to die. We're bound to fall apart. So, Mecaenas said, or Maecenas, I'm not exactly sure of the pronunciation. He says, "Look, let me be gouty." Gout is a disease where you have a buildup of lactic acid that doesn't dissipate in your system, and it becomes very painful to the touch and very red and swollen, usually in the joints. You get some dusty accumulates on the skin. Crippled, in pain, walking around. Impotent, that means what it means. And lame, unable to walk. Still, although you're falling apart, people want to keep on living. and it's good to live. You get to experience your time on this planet, see as much of it as you possibly can. So, hopefully, we have long, happy, healthy lives, but life is not always going to be happy, and it's not always going to be easy, and we're all going to fall apart, and eventually something is going to cause us to have a bad doctor's visit. Everybody goes to the doctor. It's like Norm Macdonald once said, best you can hope for when you go see the doctor is everything is still good, or not yet. But one of these days, you're going to probably have a bad visit at the doctor's office where he says, sit down. We have to have a chat. But we hope that that is going to be a very long time away. And even as we fall apart. Anyway, it's kind of a sad one. If you have anything you'd like to add or comment on, down below. Till next time, goodbye.